Yeah. Okay, so Kayla shared with us that one of the things he learned is for us to pay attention and listen with our hearts. So I was explaining that many people listen, but they don't pay attention. They don't listen. So you can imagine the analogy we gave about a child who is talking to you and you're doing something. And then the child is talking to you and you say, please keep talking, I'm listening. Now, I don't know how many of you parents here who whose child have told him or her that you're not listening to me. Have you ever heard that from a child? You're not paying attention. You're not listening. Mommy, you're not listening. Daddy, you're not listening. But you say, but I'm listening to you now. He said, no, you're not listening. Holy Spirit, what's going on? So you now said, you're not listening. But what is that child trying to tell you? That you're not paying attention. You're listening without your heart. You're not paying attention to me. And what listening does to you is, listening means I need your rapt attention. So you drop whatever you're doing. It's a whole topic on its own. So I'm not going to be paying attention. I'll not deal with it. But listening is a topic on its own that I teach parents and also teach organizations, because I discovered that listening is a value that a lot of people don't think it is important. So talk, I'm listening to you. But you need to listen with your ear. You need to listen with your eyes. You need to listen with your heart. You should be able to replicate whatever the person has said. And you should be able to offer, your answer or your advice based on what you have heard. So I've seen cases where children will say, okay, if you are listening to me, what did I say? Then you start scratching. You start scratching your head. You say, hey, I was hearing you, but look. You are disturbing me. Just go away, because we want to cover up. So we do that. And so when this child does not listen to us, we should not be angry, because we are being the one teaching them how to listen. And we'll be teaching them the wrong way to listen. Okay. All right. So who else would like to share what they learned? Any other person want to share with us what you learned from that session with John Maxwell, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, someone is talking. It's okay. Go ahead, please.
Okay. All right. Thank you for this opportunity once again. I learned that I should be able to remember people's stories. Then I will be able to place value on them. When I remember their stories, then it shows that they are being valued. And what came to my mind when I heard that is about, maybe, for example, remembering people's birthday. You're able to send them messages, good wishes, and you do that on a regular basis, year in, year out. It shows that they will have it in mind that this person placed so much value on me, and that is why he or she is doing so. Thank you, ma.
Thank you very much. That is very fantastic. Thank you. Any other person who wants to share? That is so important. In fact, I said, wow, when the lady said we had to stock up on Diet Coke, because the last time you came, I heard you saying Diet Coke is your best drink. How else can you get your customer? They're paying attention to what people care about. It's not just I want to just make my money, or they're just my staff. Imagine your staff coming to work and you say, how are you? They say, fine. I've done that several times. I've said, no, what do I mean? How are you really? And that is where you see somebody just start crying. Madam, all is not well. I have this. People are going through a lot. Imagine you when you just show a little bit of care. That person will leave your presence feeling valued. All right, who else would like to share, please? Another person. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, ma'am, for the opportunity.
Please, Philip, go ahead.
Wow. Every point Mentor made they're all mind-blowing. But they have mentioned everything here, but I will just talk on helping people win. Wow. That is just the life of a leader. A leader helps other people to win. And like I always say to people, like when I have the opportunity to present my CV, I always talk about my leadership skills. How that is the most valuable thing that I've acquired in life, being a leader, because it just gives you the opportunity to help others win. That is the life of a leader, and this so much touched me. And when you do that, you're adding value to their lives. Mama, I remember a story of one of my leaders in church. I went to his office one time when I was still job hunting. This man sat me down and told me, he said, Fee, I can't employ you in my company because I can't pay you. And he did some analysis and said, if you are to get a job, the kind of job you should get in Abuja should not pay you less than 250,000 naira. The man added value to my life. I left his office with that kind of mentality. The value he added to my life was like, what? He said, I can't pay you 80,000 naira. The kind of person I see, the kind of person you are, I can't even do that, pay you 80,000 naira. I said, no. If you're not getting the job that can pay you 250,000 naira, forget it. Just go and start doing your business and improve on your business. That changed my mindset about my life. So you see, that's why helping people win is one of the things that I'm going home with today. Even though I've been doing it, I would like to do it more and more and more again. I did it two days ago. I went out to see two security men in my church. And by the time I was done with them, they were just thanking me. I added value to their lives, and I'm going to be doing it more. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. That is very unique. Apart from being a leadership coach, I am a parenting coach. I certified as a parenting coach, so I help parents. And I would always say that this value of relationship is one thing that every parent should pay attention to. Now, he talked about helping people win. Do you know that there are parents that set traps for their children to fail? And they say, I know you were going to do that. You were going to fail. I just set the trap. I just did it. And I know you set trap for your child to fail. Why not? I say to yourself, I know if I don't help this child, it's going to struggle. Let me intentionally help the child. And then you set the way to help. If you know the love language of your child, then use it. There's some children that just want somebody to help them. And so you go and teach the child. Before the child gets to the kitchen, you're in the kitchen. You set the plates. They're dirty. Yes, it's not your work. Yes, it's not your right. Yes, but you want the child to succeed. So you teach the child how to. So help people win. Instead of looking for their faults at their areas and setting those traps for them and let them fall into the trap so that you can scold them and tell them the history of their life or even sack them. Help them. I told you the story of two of my staff that I helped to see that they were my staff in the same office with me, but they were not able to go to school. And so I told them, I said, you know what? I'm going to sacrifice. I'll come to work over the weekend anytime Oga needs anything. But two of you need to go and register for weekend school. Today, they are both graduates. It was a sacrifice I did. I could have said, I don't want to hear any excuses. It's not my business whether you go to school or you don't go to school, but they need to be better. So we had the conversation. I was even able to write and tell my boss, he wrote, and the company sponsored both of them. I forgot until one was telling me that, oh, in her final year, she had a problem because the company did not pay her school fees on time. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't even remember the company was paying your school fees. But this was something I did for someone to win. So whatever it is, even our spouse, wherever, let's stop setting traps for people to fail. When you know the person is going to fail, please set winning, just put things in place for the person to succeed. There are times that my children will come and say, they did something and they got it in my mind. I say, see this one, you don't know, say, me arranger, make me forget how. But that is the way it should be. That way you form healthy relationship where you become more valuable. All right, I wish I could really if I say everybody should share, we're going to run out of time, but I don't know if it's okay with you. I can still give the chance for everybody to share because this is a very important topic of value. He said, I'm guilty of listening issues. Before the class began, I attended to a woman while she was talking. I was doing something else, which means I was listening. Thank you for sharing. Okay, Jenna, do you want to share with us what you learned? Jenna, do you want to share with us? Okay. Who else want to share with us what they learned? Any other person? So that any other person?
I've been out of
I noticed. No problem.
Yeah, I just joined.
So everybody will learn.
Okay, what are we?
We're going to share the YouTube so people will learn from it. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's take our what do you call it now? Our assessments. Let's give ourselves some marks. So what will you rate yourself for this value? What will you rate yourself? How well do you think you have done in this value of okay, so Maxwell said here, can somebody read for us? Someone read 1 and 2, another person
All right.
4, another person 5. Okay, go ahead, Philip.
Thank you, ma'am. When you develop good relationships with people, you experience the following benefits. One, you live at peace with others. Two, you develop a strong network of people who want the best for you. Thank you, ma'am, for the opportunity.
All right, thank you. Did you observe what Maxwell did? He was intentional about saying when you develop strong network with people, all right, it's because of you. It's you. You develop a strong network of people who want the best of you. So developing relationship is not about the other person. It's about you. All right, so somebody read number 3 for us, please.
All right.
You experienced. Can I go ahead?
Please
Go ahead, ma.
Okay, thank you, ma. You experience the satisfaction of meeting the needs of others.
Thank you very much. You can imagine when people around you are happy. Won't you be happy? And imagine a fantastic relationship with your spouse, even with your body. This morning, somebody called me. I saw the missed call, so I was returning the call. She said, oh, it was a mistake. I said, sorry, I was in the gym when you called. She said, you see, her husband started laughing. I think it was on speaker. The other man said, so you really have time, oh? The lady now said, you mean you're still going to the gym? And the other was not laughing, that, look, you don't get time. She now said, honey, if you are sick, then you know you go to the gym. And I said, no, point of correction. It's not, you don't go to the gym because you're sick. If you want to have a relationship with your body and you want your body to have a relationship with you, then you start taking care of it. You build your strength. There's so many things I build when I go to the gym. So, in fact, the value of consistency, I've been able to build it because I keep going to the gym. So it's not about being sick, but it's about how do I want my body to be at old age? So let me start forming that relationship with my body right now, so that the body will give it to me. So I can be at peace with my body. When I meet the needs of my body, sickness will not be there. So kind of things will not be there because I've met the needs that my body needs. And here we are meeting the needs of our mental faculty, improving on our emotions, improving on ourselves. This is a relationship you're forming with your intellect, forming with your mind, building it so that you can be a better version of yourself and be more valuable to others. So that is a need you meet, and you experience satisfaction when you're able to meet these needs. All right, Madam Olushola, please, can you read 4 and 5 for us, please?
All right, ma. Number 4, you experience the harmony of being treated as well as you treat others. 5, you are more likely to receive support from others than when you need it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. I just, wish, because this is one value I wish to spend all the time, to talk with. And John Maxwell said, learn one way that you can form relationship with others is to put others first. When you learn to put others first, it does help us. Okay, so we just have 5 minutes to go. Anybody who has not said anything, please, can you read number 1 and then another person number 2, another person number 3, please? Okay, who is reading number 1 for us?
Okay,
right.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Number 1 says, put others first. John C. Maxwell reminds us that the entire population of the world, with one minor exception, is composed of other people. If we maintain this perspective, it helps us to remember to put other people first. This week, focus on serving others and putting their needs ahead of your own.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
ma.
Thank you. In case your child is struggling in school, just think of how to help this child. Stop thinking when he comes back how you will beat him or her. I don't know why I'm focusing on parents today. See how you can help the child. See how you can help the child. Help someone. Number 2. All right, number 2. Is Tina?
Can I read?
Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Seek to understand others before being understood. Another lesson taught by John is the exchange principle, which says instead of putting others in their place, we must put ourselves in their place. How you do what you do, how do you do that? Sorry. By listening and working harder at understanding others' person's point of view instead of trying to get them to understand yours. This week, make it your goal to speak less, listen more, and understand others. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. These 3 things, make it your goal to speak less, listen more, and understand others. We don't really have time. I would have shared one story with you, but I promise I'll share it with you. I hope I don't forget. Where this thing happened to me, I almost cost me my job. This particular one, I thought I know everything. All right, number 3, who is reading for us? Number 3, who is going to read for us, please? Yeah, Mr. Lumi. Go ahead, sir.
Yes. Yes. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you and I'm happy.
Yeah. Repair a broken relationship. If you have a broken relationship, you need to do all that you can to repair it. This usually requires that you take the first step. Do something to reach out to someone that you might have wronged, even if the relationship breakdown is not all your fault. When you make good relationship a priority, you sometimes have to go first in rebuilding them. Apologize for your contributions to the problem and be open and forgiving, even if the other person does not respond in kind.
That is our assignment. Who has offended you that you need to forgive?
Wow.
It's painful, whereby someone is at fault, but you have to take this step. But I want us to do it this week. Please. I want you to try it. We just have 1 minute to leave, but I want you to try this. Who is that one person that you need to take a step? Forget your ego. Forget that you did not do it. Because sometimes we have lost valuable relationships simply because, no, he's the one that offended me. She's the one that offended me. I'm not going to do this. I won't be. Or we've seen spouse live in malice for a long time in a home simply because the woman was saying, he's always taking me for granted. When anything happens, I apologize. Or this woman, she's always taking me for granted because she knows I love her. What is that relationship? Friendship? With your children? What is that? Your parents? That some of us, we are in enmity with our father or our mother because of something they have done. And because they are older, they always expect me to apologize. To be a better person, you have to teach others. what is the right thing. I'm looking forward to you sharing with me this singular step you took to mend the fence with someone. And let's see how that will transform someone's life. I've also heard the story of someone who got angry after listening to this class, called someone who she has been a best friend of hers, that one incident caused so many years of separation, only for her to call and found out her friend died 2 years ago. If only she knew earlier, she would have saved the life of a friend because she had what it would take to save that. I'll see you guys next week. Sorry, I'm getting too emotional now. I'll see you guys next week. But please, whatever you do, don't set people up for failure. See what you can do this week to add value to someone, be in someone's shoes, and make sure you're mending a relationship this week. Seriously? I'll see you guys next week. I'm getting too emotional. Thank you, guys. I'll put the assignment on the page for everyone. Okay? Thank you.
All right, bye, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, next week.
Ma'am.
Thank you.